Hi, you guys, it's Ash. Hope you guys had an amazing day today. I just wanted to come to you to discuss something that crossed my mind based on a conversation that I had recently with someone who is probably what most would consider a stalker. Even though they don't consider themselves a stalker and they actually tried to convince me that they weren't a stalker, they just definitely are based on the things that we're going to discuss. But I wanted to get you guys' opinion on the question at hand, which is there a difference between a crush and a stalker? Now, I know you guys are just like, well, duh. One feels good for the most part, and the other one just completely doesn't, right? It should be like common sense. But I think I had a situation recently that came up where an actual stalker was trying to gaslight me into believing that he wasn't a stalker, but he just had a crush. And I was just like, I don't know about that. I was just like, sometimes just because someone says something is the case doesn't make it the case. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people can try to convince you or like gaslight you into thinking that something isn't what it is, and they'll just be like, oh no, it's just this. Like if someone's a stalker, then I just see it as it being a dangerous situation, you know, like lurking in the bushes or something like that. But I was just like, yeah, but if someone has an online presence, right, and they you know, constantly are bombarded with this person's presence, even though they've clearly blocked this person and let this person know, like, hey, I don't want you around, you know, because typically when you block someone, that's letting someone know, I don't want you here. But sometimes people would just be like, oh, I'll create another profile and another one and another one and another one in order to still have access to this person who has clearly made their boundaries known, right? So what they were trying to say is that, you know, if someone is a stalker, then there's inherent danger. And what I was trying to explain was that no, because this conversation was being had in front of multiple people, right? So basically they were saying that, well, my basic point was a crush is something that's kind of pleasant, right? It's something where the person is hoping for a potential mutual interest. It's usually genuine. Any form of rejection with a crush is going to be followed by sadness, as opposed to losing their mind and getting super angry with you like a stalker would, right? Typically, stalkers are more disingenuous. They're usually trying to convince you that something is fine and normal and okay when it's clearly not. They don't respect your boundaries. Crushes typically respect your boundaries. Like if you block a crush, they're going to be like, dang, like I missed my opportunity. Like I fumbled. I did something wrong. You know, they're going to be like, okay, she blocked me. They might come back and be like, oh man, like why'd you block me or something like that. And you explain, and they're just like, okay. Typically what I notice with stalkers is that one, they're relentless. Also, they tend to have like a goal in mind. Like sometimes they want to gather information about you so that they can execute their plan, like whatever it is. Like maybe they want to conquer you. You know what I mean? Like maybe they have something in mind where it's just like, oh, I have to get this girl, but not because I genuinely care about her and I want to make her life better. And I think that she's just an awesome, incredible person. They want to conquer because they want to be able to say that they did it, right? And that's a goal. So it's just a means to an end. I'm going to stalk this girl until I get what I want. And it becomes like a form of obsession, right? Now with crushes can have like, is it obsession? Like I want to say it right, like, you know, but crushes, it can be like a little bit of obsession, but it's not like disturbing. You know what I mean? Like it's sweet and it's not disturbing, right? So I just think like that conversation was really interesting. And I was just like, you know, one of the aspects that I think that is very common with stalkers tends to be that even though they paint a picture that everything's fine and, oh, like, I just want to support you and, I just enjoy your presence and I like having access to you so that I can just like see you because you put a smile on my face and da 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 da. Typically, they do that just to be disarming. And I feel like if you have your spidey senses and you have your intuition, like a woman's intuition is extremely strong, if you use that, then you can always kind of be on point when it comes to stalkers, because you'll be like, that was kind of weird. Like, and if you ever have to wonder, I say it's really smart to trust your gut because your gut is trying to lead you to safety and it's trying to keep you away from harm. And it's something that should be trusted more than discarded. And I think reflecting on myself, the times that I've gone against my gut feeling and rejected that little voice inside that was just like, this don't feel right. This ain't it. Whenever I've gone against that, it's kind of like bit me, it kind of like didn't work out. And it was just like, if only I would have listened, I would have avoided like one big, huge mess. And I don't know if you guys can relate. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a situation where you've kind of gone against your intuition, because, it can get you in a pickle sometimes when you do that. But yeah, like I can see how like he was thinking that he could get inside my mind and kind of trick me into thinking like, oh, it's just a crush. Like, oh my God. And he was being so dramatic about it too. He was just like, yeah, I'm just never going to have a crush again on a girl. Like, oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. And always trying to make me feel like I was doing the most and overthinking and overreacting and overreaching and over everything. And I was just like, no, the only thing that I'm actually over is you. I'm over you. That's what I'm over. Can't you see? Like, you've created 5 different pages just so that you can still have access. You just can't understand the boundaries, right? So anyways, guys, I did have this delicious salmon appetizer. It's the smoked salmon appetizer from Houston's. It looks kind of crazy right now because it's to go. But if you know, you know. You know what this thing tastes like, okay? You know what this thing tastes like. It's so good. I got the dip. Ooh, I got the dip to go too. It's just bussing all around. So I'm about to have some of this. And I just can't wait to hear your feedback on this situation. Like, have you guys ever had a stalker before? Like, it's just so wild how, like, I learned so much in this process of dealing with the stalker who keeps like creating different pages to have access to me. And the way that they're just so charming initially and how it's just like so flattering and stuff like that, it's just like, like they show interest, they show support, sometimes they can be really funny. This is so good. I haven't had this appetizer in so long. I was so excited. I met my friend today. She and I talked and we went to Houston. She wanted me to pick the place. And it's always so funny because when it's time for me to pick the place, my friends are always just like, okay, she's the foodie, let her pick the place. But when it's my turn to pick the place, it's like I draw a blank. I forget everywhere to go except like Chick-fil-A or something like that. Like, it's so wild how everything just escapes my mind, even though I know of all these amazing restaurants and places to eat and places that are on my wish list. It's really crazy how that works out, right? So then I have to sit down and brainstorm and be like, okay. But I have a list of places that I've been wanting to go, So I just go to the list now. I'm just like, oh, I've been wanting to go here. Then I'll give like a couple suggestions and be like, okay, which one do you want to go to? But Houston's, AKA Hillstone in some places, is just Old Faithful. Mm. And I just ordered an appetizer, really. I wasn't really that hungry when I went today, so normally when I go to Houston's, I like to get their veggie burger. It's really good. Like, of all the veggie burgers I've had from different restaurants, I would definitely say that's like in my top 2. It's really good. I think with veggie burgers and stuff, a lot of times people are let down by veggie burgers because they go into it thinking that it's gonna have the texture of a burger. You can't do that. You just gotta let the veggie burger be what it is, appreciate it for the texture and the taste that it has, and don't try to put it in the beef category, because you're gonna be disappointed every single time. Don't do it. You're gonna disappoint yourself. That's it. But yeah, didn't really want to make this video too long. I just wanted to come over here and check in with you guys and see what are your thoughts on the topic. I'd love to know, like, your story, like if you had a stalker or if you currently have one. Be sure to set your boundaries with that person. Sometimes it can get a little bit crazy, so be sure to reach out to any local authorities if you need to, you know, if you need to file a report because somebody's getting too crazy. My situation hasn't gotten to that point. I really don't want it to get to that point. Like, there's nothing that I would like it to escalate to, because I have no desire to deal with that level, that level of, you know, crap. But, you know, make sure that you, there's different resources and like hotlines and stuff. So if you're going through something, just go on Google, look up different places that you can like report it to, or get advice on how to deal with situations like that, you know. But yeah, they're out here, and I hope you guys have a very peaceful night. I'm about to upload this right now, and it's it. I just wanted to check in with you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm staying consistent with uploading these videos every day. This is my second one. First one was yesterday. I actually saw how that was a little bit blurry in the middle of the video, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna upload this anyway. Because I saw that it was like, it was blurry, and the video was just about perfectionism. And I was like, you know what? Under normal circumstances, I would have just trashed the whole video, maybe did another one, maybe not. But I was just like, I'm gonna upload it, sticking to the plan. And I'm happy that I did, you know? So now it'll be better because I probably won't be blurry, you know? Different technique this time, okay? Okay, I'm getting better already. I know some of you guys remember my old videos, which were heavily edited and have like music and everything. And you know, I enjoy that, but I just wanted to have a little bit more raw heart to heart with you guys a little bit. Not to say that I won't go back to that, because I really appreciate the time and the look of a video that someone like poured love into. This is a different kind of love. But yeah, anyways, love you guys.